an amazing run. Oh, nice. Oh, my brain.
Goodness me.
Oh, are you serious?
Real Moto for me, I guess it's like a chance to express what dirt bikes really mean to me.
We got to plan a full-on video shoot with all our own jumps.
The rules of the contest are your interpretation of Real Moto with a free ride influence.
It's the best riders in the world, and to be in this contest, it's an honor to compete against these guys.
You have to do things you're not completely comfortable with just to hang in this competition.
It'll be 90 seconds that you get to watch, and that's it.
Get out of there.
What's up, everybody? I'm Jack Matrani, your host. Welcome to World of X Games Real Moto. I'm currently sandwiched in between some of the most iconic riders to ever throw a leg over a motorcycle. To my right, we have Drake McElroy, 2015, earned himself a bronze medal here at Real Moto. Steve Hagelstein, in the only 2 Real Motos, he has won 3 medals in front of the camera and behind the camera. Robbie Madison, who is an inventor, an FMX champion, a daredevil. To my left, we have Jeremy McGrath, the legend, 7-time AMA Supercross champion. And then last but not least, 17-time X Games medalist, Jeremy Stenberg, AKA Twitch. What is Real Moto?
You have to make a 90-second piece. It goes anywhere you want it to go. It shows the riding that you want to put into it.
Real Moto is exactly what we all started riding for. We love sitting on our dirt bikes, being in the hills, and finding something that no one else has done.
This is perfect as a contest for free riding now.
Now that you know what Real Moto is, it's time to get into our first team, Tyler Bereman and Ryan Walters.
I'm expecting a lot out of this duo.
He races, but he's not at the top of racing. He's not really doing freestyle, but he's kind of riding that social media wave.
One of the few that are able to do it that way.
Yeah.
Let's go. You guys ready for it? Yeah. You watch it?
Tyler
Bereman, Ryan Walters. Here we go.
What's up? I'm Tyler Bereman, and I'm a dirt bike rider.
Don't let his long blonde hair fool you. He's a badass on a dirt bike.
Tyler Bereman, he's from the 805. Now lives in SoCal. We ride quite a bit in the hills. He throws big whips.
Tyler Bereman's just one of those dudes in the hills that has got flow, and he sends it.
The feeling freeriding gives you is something I can't put into words. It's a place for me to let go and let it all hang out. And the adrenaline that it gives you is beyond this world. My filmer is Ryan Walters. He's family to me. When I was in transition of coming down here and training in Southern California and racing amateur nationals, him and his family took me under their wing, and Ryan was the first person to put a camera in my face. Basically is the reason why I'm so inspired by film.
What's going on? My name's Ryan Walters, and I'm a filmmaker. There's a handful of freeriders in the world that can do this right now. Tyler's one of them, that's without a doubt. It just comes down to knowing what you think the audience wants to see, and being a former rider, I just kind of have it in my head where I see how I would want to look on it and kind of just go from there.
We got this generator set up here. We're gonna wait to get pitch black.
All right, gonna give it. Hit it.
We're best friends, so just stoked that he can be a part of my Real Moto. All y'all need to know, we are off the grid.
0 cell service. We're meeting Biermann at his spot, secret location. We're in the middle of absolutely nowhere. Still no service. Not sure where we're at. The fact we have found the location and he is not here means one of two things. He's out shoveling, trying to get things ready for tomorrow, or I don't even want to think of the other reason why he's not here yet. He's somewhere out there, so see what we can do. Let's fire this drone up. Get an aerial perspective. That's his van, that's his motorhome. There's Swan's Sprinter. Okay, we've officially found him.
Yeah, it was good up there yesterday. We're supposed to have a little bit of weather this morning. Battling the elements, man.
I think what inspires me to make videos is definitely the reaction from the audience, without a doubt. It's just the ability to feel something after watching it. Like, if you feel something, I'm stoked. That's dope. When you're replaying something, you know it works. If you're not hitting replay, video sucked.
Good free riding to me, I mean, it's anything two wheels. Free riding is whatever you want to make it, so anything that involves a motorcycle or a dirt bike that makes me want to go and ride, that's it. That's pretty sick.
That one's sick.
I'm really inspired off of capturing everything I can while I can, because I know at any time this can be taken from me at any second, and you know, I'll never take it for granted.
Are you worried at all?
I mean, not as worried as everyone else, but jump in a house, it's blind and it's scary. Every opportunity leads to another opportunity, and just the thought of progressing myself on two wheels, I mean, it inspires me every day to continue to push my limits. Free riding, it's free. It's whatever you want to make it. There's no right or wrong. Do what you want to do, and as long as you're having fun, that's all that matters.
Keep it core and just ride where you ride. Like, that's what Real Moto is.
Ryan, thank you. You're the man. And stoked to unleash this beast. What's up? I'm Tyler Bereman, and this is my Real Moto part.
Free riding has no boundaries. It's a lifestyle of expression, and the world is a blank canvas. There is no right or wrong, and the possibilities are endless.
You can tell how much he loves riding his dirt bike. I mean, I felt the passion in that video. That was cool.
Some of the editing in that video too was dope.
I like Ryan's style. He's kind of done something different.
Showed a lot of personality, like with him like breaking the glass and then going into like the big house jump.
They did it right by showing it 3 ways.
That's one of those jumps that's big. I mean, you cannot hesitate for a jump like that. That takes some,
how
some
do you
nerve.
How do you warm up for a jump like that? You don't.
You don't.
just know.
Yeah. You got to be like, I think it's third wide or fourth, whatever it is, you know what I mean? And hope your guess was good.
I appreciate that kind of stuff.
I'm a fan of that part for sure.
For sure.
We're gonna cut to break, but when we get back, we're gonna take a look at Jackson Strong and Ben Hydrick. Welcome back to World of X Games Real Moto. We're gonna get right into our next part with the highly anticipated Australian madman Jackson Strong, shot by Ben Hydrick. You guys excited for this part?
I'm excited. From what I know, he's a pretty wild dude, so looking forward to it.
I just hope it shows a lot of his personality, because Jacko's like a funny dude and he's like pretty gnarly at the same time.
Pretty gnarly, very gnarly.
He's Australian, you know what I mean? Like every Australian I know is crazy.
Yep.
Jacko's like his own breed too.
Yeah.
That got me fired up. Jackson Strong, shot by Ben Hydrick. Let's watch it.
G'day, my name's Jackson Strong and I'm a professional freestyle motocross rider.
Jacko is completely nuts.
Jacko Strong is a wild man.
He's insanely gnarly and he's Aussie. That's all you gotta say.
Free riding traditionally started out in Southern California where they have all the green rolling hills and stuff, but back here we don't really have too much of that where I'm from, so when we go free riding we kind of have to take one of these things with us. Real Moto for me, I guess it's like a chance to express what dirt bikes really mean to me. It's just out riding whatever you want and jumping things that shouldn't be jumped and just having fun. It's kind of why we started doing this in the first place. Benny and I spend our entire year making video edits, so when Real Moto came around for us, we were just amped to do it and do what we normally do.
What's going on, Benny?
Oh, stuck in a hole, mate.
Oh no.
You gonna help me, mate, or what? You gonna stand there and film it?
I'm filming now, dog.
Jacko's a nasty man on and off the bike. Some pretty crazy stuff happened on this shoot. Jackson had a pretty massive crash. I think it was the second day into shooting. He just wasn't going fast enough and decked it straight on top and just over the bars.
That jump was a little quicker than I thought. Came up short and both the wrists aren't moving and I copped a really hard hit on my leg. I might go get some x-rays to finish the day.
So your motorbike hit the ground and then it flipped?
Yes, we rolled downhill together.
Oh, that's nice.
When the opportunity for Real Moto came around, I decided I wanted to do what Twitch did back in the day when he jumped the building and it exploded for the XXX movie.
Jackson usually has some pretty crazy ideas, but when he told me he wanted to blow up a house, I was like, all right, how are we going to do this?
Hopefully these worlds are good because not only my life depends on it, but everyone else at our little party does too. The overall plan for the Real Moto segment is I want to start off doing an epic, most badass freestyle best trick freeride section ever. And then come back and top it off with an old school FMX punk rock party. Today we're starting the cleanup of the old house for the beam and making sure one side's structurally sound to land on. Got my Komatsu WA 480 in here and just started digging at the wall as you dig with dirt. And somehow it all came off, just been stacking crates ever since. Sore wrist, and we're trying to work for a deadline here, so I've got the A-team on the job. Super stoked how this has came out. Built to shred, right in your house.
Almost done, man!
Jacko is going to be getting up on this thing and then falling back, and everyone's going to be crowd surfing, Jacko.
I don't trust my parents to do that,
Punk rock! Top number!
I grew up around punk rock and motocross. Yeah, to bring them all together with a house explosion and fire was just a dream come true.
Just send it.
Yeah, you good now? All right, light them up, boys.
Yeah, boys are just lining up.
Turned out pretty well, better than kind of what I was originally thinking. We had a pretty good team, everyone did their job perfectly and the result was, I think, was a pretty good end result. Couldn't have had the flame any closer without having my riding gear stuck to me, so that was good. We're finally back riding, trying to finish off this Real Moto edit. First jump back is the same jump that's put me out for 3 weeks and nearly ended this whole dream, so let's get back into it and hopefully I remember to go fast enough this time.
Cheers, Jacko, for bloody stressing me out with your crash, but pulling through and getting the job done.
Hi, my name's Jackson Strong. Welcome to my Real Moto 2017.
no big deal. Just blow up the house.
That brings you back to memories of Triple X, right? Yeah. Did you see his landing, like where he lands? He has to step off like another 5 feet to the
Yeah, it
flat
looked like a
ground.
mobile to like drop.
Yeah, like if he would have over jumped it, it could have got dirty.
I mean, you can't go wrong blowing up a house.
Yeah, no. Or jumping a house.
Yeah.
Like, there's something about jumping a house that just makes you feel kind of good. Or, I don't know, connects you to that old disturbing the peace kind of like, yeah.
Old sync video.
Yeah, we're shredding dirt bikes. We jumped a house and it's on fire. Double cool.
It kind of brought it back to like the original like punk rock version of free riding.
When I watched it, I'm like, what is this band? And then you go into the house and they're actually playing the song. Like, that's pretty creative. His riding that he did was super dope. And the shots, like the dude captured it right. It fits him. It's a totally jack-up video, but I would like to see a little more riding.
All in all, I think still a great video, very entertaining. Like if this was judged on entertainment value, he'd probably be in the top seat. But, yeah.
When we get back from the break, we've got Kris Foster and Anthony Vitali. Welcome back to World of X Games Real Moto. The next piece that we're getting into, last year earned himself a silver medal, so you better believe he's hungry for gold. Kris Foster and Anthony Vitali. What can you guys tell me about Kris?
No fear at all.
Can mini flip pretty much anything.
Yeah.
And just rips on a dirt bike.
It's from Canada. All the stuff he rides looks different too, you know? It's more high desert, bigger mountain kind of.
Just cool. Last year he had broke his foot pretty bad and had to hold back on his video part and ended up with a silver. So I'm curious to see what he's gonna do this year.
On that note, let's get into it. I'm excited.
Can't wait.
Got Kris Foster and Anthony Vitali. Here we go.
I'm Kris Foster.
Kris Foster is a wicked rider that just knows how to send it.
Kris Foster is the Canadian dark horse with an insane amount of bike skill.
He sends it.
He owns Canada and he owns the backcountry. He's a backcountry free rider.
Real Moto to me is going out in the hills and sending it, having fun, doing what you love, always pushing yourself. We have to put together a 90-second edit, just you, the bike, and the features that you're riding. In the end, it'll be 90 seconds that you get to watch, and that's it. To me, good free riding is really good skill on the bike, handling the situations you're putting yourself in and not getting in over your head. I enjoy free riding because everything's different and it's constantly pushing you on your limits. It's wild. We're filming, so we gotta plan a full-on video shoot with all our own jumps, and we gotta build our own jumps, pretty much put it all together ourselves. The most important thing, I think, when filming a video part, get the right filmer and do the right stunts. I chose Anthony to be my filmer because he's easy to work with, he's super professional.
So this year we decided not to have a storyline because we felt that we were using too much time trying to tell a story in 90 seconds, and so we decided to just try to get as many A shots as possible and try to fill the whole 90 seconds with riding.
He's a rad dude to just hang out with when we're kicking it in between shooting and stuff. We're just chilling and talking about what we gotta do.
Hey, I'm gonna shoot from back here.
This year, because I was doing it mainly by myself, I decided to just use one older generation zoom lens and shoot it like a older motocross video or snowboard video.
180 it.
On the quarter pipe, yeah, we got the 180 shot. But my original plan with that one was to do a flare off it, but tried probably 10 of them and had no luck. Yeah, I don't know, we gotta go back to that one and make it happen.
I don't have a front brake.
You don't have a front brake.
I think I have a bent rotor.
Yeah, you have no front brake.
You
need your front brake to flip it.
It's nice to be able to stop.
This is probably one of the biggest, most important competitions for my whole career, I'd have to say. Everybody in this competition, they're all gnarly riders, so definitely grateful to be a part of this competition.
You gotta make it so when people watch it, they're inspired to go ride. You gotta make it fun to watch, inspiring to watch.
You need to be able to do everything that you can for these video parts, so the jumps have to be exactly how you need them to be able to do those stunts that you already know how to do, and you can't be testing and screwing around during the shoot, because it really takes up time where you need to be moving to the next zone, not shoveling a jump again. I do everything in the hills, and we're in BC. It's unreal up here.
Kris, have you lived out here in Kamloops your whole life?
Born and raised in Kamloops, BC. Yep. I love it here. I'll never leave permanently. There's no way.
The type of riding he does, you know, he does around cam loops, so I mean, it was just a no-brainer, cam loops. The way he's able to apply his style in the Kamloops Mountains is really unique. It's a lot of mountain bike influence, maybe even some ski influence. He's definitely doing a lot of things that a lot of people don't do on dirt bikes.
Before I'm done progressing, I want to get as far into this thing as I can. So just going to keep pushing myself in the sport and yeah, see where it takes me. I'm Kris Foster, and this is my Real Moto video part.
That was kind of a sweaty
High
palm
level
video.
risk.
Like
High
there was
level
like
risk
5
in
or
that.
6
Yeah,
things
there's a
in there
lot.
where you're like, I don't ever want to hit that, you know?
Yeah.
Like the step down over the log, like you come up a little short, you clip that log and you just cartwheel into all the rocks. Or if you, the tire tap, it was a big branch that he tire tapped with his rear tire. If you come up a little short tire tapping that, straight over the handlebars down a big hill, and there are rocks and bushes everywhere, and he just lands in it.
He didn't seem to find them.
I know.
He's riding around like that place is smooth.
And there was really no lifestyles. It was just banger after banger after banger. I mean, does that play to his success?
I think his riding speaks for itself of who he is.
Yeah, exactly. To do a jump 100 feet on the flat and then do 100 feet down a hill, that's a whole nother ball game, and he played with the undulations and the different landscapes there. I think he did a great job and definitely took some risks.
To have the terrain and to use the terrain are like 2 different things.
Yeah. That was another amazing part. We're gonna cut to break, but when we get back, we're gonna take a look at Ronnie Renner and Spencer Cordova. Welcome back to World of X Games Real Moto. It's time to take a closer look at Ronnie Renner and Spencer Cordova.
He will absolutely just put his head down and try to do his absolute best. I'm pretty curious to see now that I'm not filming it, but...
Are you guys still friends after you
oh,
went
yeah,
and filmed
2015
together?
Yeah, we're still good buddies.
That's good. Well, let's get right into it. Ronnie Renner, Spencer Cordova. Here we go.
What's up? I'm Ronnie Renner, and I'm a free rider.
Ronnie Renner, living legend.
I've been watching Ronnie Renner since I was a kid. He's one of the OGs.
Followed him for a long time. I used to have posters of him on my walls.
What are you getting on now? He must be, you know, be pushing 50 by the look of him. Still definitely shreds and hits some of the gnarliest jumps every year.
Hey, I'm no spring chicken, but I can still ride all day long, and I can guarantee you more than most of these kids. Everybody's like, oh, you're gonna be 40 years old, and I'm like, perfect, I'm just getting warmed up. I feel connected to motorcycles. There's just no way I could ever turn my back on them. You know, win, lose, or draw. If I was busted up in a wheelchair, I would still be passionate about it because I've yet to find in like all my travels anything that is as rad as riding a dirt bike. Real Moto to me is being able to express yourself on a motorcycle. It's actually a sense of enjoying to ride my bike from the core, you know, from my soul. Good free riding to me is when guys are having a good time, or gals, riding their bikes and inspiring other people to go out and do it too. If you're having a good time riding your motorcycle and it's showing on film, game on. There's only 5 guys, so it's an honor to be a part of such an elite group of riders. I really dig working with the Stellar guys because they're a crew. You know, they work together all the time. I trust in them, they trust in me. We go do work.
Ronnie gave me a shout and wanted us to come down to Florida. So myself, Yance, and Chase headed down to Floral City, Florida, a place none of us had been before, and got to shoot some of the first dirt biking at Ronnie's new compound.
Instead of putting the work effort into going around the country and setting up shop at all these different spots and killing a month, I'm gonna do it all in my backyard, the place that I worked my entire career in getting. I'm gonna go out here and see what we can do with it in a rapid amount of time.
Getting to put down the first shovels was really cool, and we're morphing it out of a track into a free ride palace.
We went to the hardware store, we got some lumber, you know, made a basic plan, not being construction dudes, chip chop, got a diving board. After we get the diving board drop set up, hey, let's make a step up over here. Before you know it, we got a line that wraps all the way around the south part of my property that is as free ride as it can get. It's awesome. The dirt here, you can just hop in and start shaping it, and it's got just enough sand clay mix that you can pack it good enough, even if it's a few like one and dones before you got a shovel. It's just unreal. There's absolutely no better feeling than walking out of your house, into your garage, hopping on your bike, and going to shred on your own property. And the best part is, I can do whatever I want out here. Sky's the limit. I can hit all these jumps in a razor, and that's like moto to me, just with a couple more wheels, so psyched, man, really psyched.
The whole imagery of the place was just great. We thought it'd have some cinematic value that isn't seen in everyday moto. And then we got Ronnie scraping through the moss and up into the trees, and we were flying drones through the trees, and it kind of worked out for what we were planning. Ronnie and I see eye to eye on a lot of things, and that's the reason we like to work together.
You already know the land.
Well, you just step up, and then you find your angle, and then you gotta give her the berries. How do you make a video part that people want to watch over and over?
You gotta jam a lot of action in there. You gotta hook them in, make them want to watch it, and then bring it home with what they expected. Some big stunts, good riding, good cinema, good editing. It is super tough to make a 90-second edit after a shoot like this. I'd like to make a 3-minute edit. At the end of the day, you gotta be super stoked on your part, because when it comes out, there's no change in it, and you hope it stacks up to the rest of the guys. We have all the tools to make a video, and you got an idea of what it's gonna look like, but until you go do it and start filming, it doesn't really fit a mold. Usually our goal is to go out and actually portray the feeling of what the athlete's doing. It's almost like a challenge. If we can portray their love for whatever they're doing to a viewer, then we're doing our job.
Moto, of all the things I've done in my life, and I've been able to do a lot of things, it's still my #1. And it's more than just riding the bike. You know, it's not just about the ride. It's about the experience, about the friends. If I'm making people, especially this day and age, get off their freaking couch and go do something active, and my job is done. Enjoy the ride, man. It's like such a quick journey doing these things, and you know, choose your battles wisely, have fun while doing it, and just live it up. Every moment's great. I definitely got to give props to Spencer, Yancey, Chase, the whole crew at Stellar. I mean, these guys bust their butt, and there's guys behind the scenes that have helped me shovel and dig.
I'm super stoked on it. My crew's stoked on it. Cut both those.
It's just amazing to be able to ride this and get a paycheck to do it. So I'm gonna do everything it takes to keep doing it until the wheels fall off. Spencer, if you're watching this, no holidays. Straight to the editing bay, don't blow it. I delivered on my end, now it's time to see what you can do. I don't have a mic on him. What's up, I'm Ronnie Renner, and this is my Real Moto edit. ESPN. Hey, this is Ronnie.
Ren Dog, time for Real Moto. You in?
Real Moto? Again? I got something for you.
right here, do whatever I want out in these hills.
Yes!
What do you guys think?
My favorite shot that stood out the most is just the drone shot, like how it's up in the sky and then drops down to him under the trees when he's in the tractor.
So in the beginning of the part, when he was coming out on that like hovercraft, did you think he was trying to steal your thunder?
Oh, you heard my heart skip a bit? Yeah. What did you guys think of the shot with the back wheel going all the way into the camera, into the...
I thought that was like one of my favorite shots of like the in the riding segment.
He did his go-to tricks. So he played it safe, and so to play it safe, it kind of, I think it's going to impact him.
We've got a lot more coming up after the break. We've got the brother duo, Axell Hodges and his older brother, Ash Hodges. Real Moto is all about the rider and the filmer duo, and in this case, it's a brotherly duo, Axell Hodges and his older brother, Ash Hodges.
Axell has a lot of confidence in his older brother, looks up to him a lot. Ash obviously has a lot of experience in filming.
From what I know of those guys, there's a big age separation, and there's a good vibe going on there.
Knowing how Ash films, knowing how technical of a writer Axell is, like to see them put something together, like I can't wait to see it.
Let's cue it up. We got Axell and Ash Hodges. Here we go.
I'm Axell Hodges, and I'm a professional dirt bike rider.
They call the kid Slay, and he can ride a bike like no other.
He's that dude making a dirt bike look like a skateboard right now. He's really into that, so I mean, he's definitely changing the game for a difference.
Real Moto to me is just riding my dirt bike and filming whatever I want. Going out to the hills, the desert, the beach, the dunes, wherever you're going, no matter what, you're riding your dirt bike. I just kind of got that racer background, like to hit everything fast. I think that helps me out with the big jumps because I know how to hold it wide and I like to go big. My film partner, I chose Dirt Shark because he's my older brother, and we're just kind of doing our own thing. We're kind of laughing about stuff. Puts me in a good mood to go ride and want to send it.
I've filmed with the top riders in the world, from racers to freestylers, and you know, it is my brother, so it could be a little favoritism, but honestly, like, I think my brother is one of the top free riders in the world right now, and just to be able to team up with him in an event like this and us work together doing what we do, it just brings us super close together, and it's just dope to work with your family. It's honestly a dream come true.
In my Real Moto part, I kind of took some more risks, and I learned how to backflip, which was a scary thing to do.
So we're doing a backflip today?
Yeah, we're gonna try a mini flip.
Why are we doing a backflip?
I don't know.
Stepping it up?
Yeah, gotta go big. People are getting over the whip game. You can only throw so many whips. You can't whip your way through life.
Time to start
flipping.
Axell, listen.
Did I?
Yeah.
What I'm thinking is because the bag's 5 feet high.
Why are you standing like that?
What?
You're standing weird talking about this. Stand up.
That's B-roll. This is in the scenes. I'm working.
All right, you're
so
arcing
I gotta
it.
be like this.
All
I can't
right,
stop.
all right.
What I'm saying is, when you're gonna do a mini flip, if you came up short, you're gonna land on the front. But if you over-rotate, you're gonna land on a wheelie, so you're fine. So I would just huck it as hard as you can. Hard. And probably more nervous than him. Real Moto to me is how to make having fun on a dirt bike look cool.
Good free riding to me is hitting big jumps, doing gnarly tricks, but you gotta make it look good. You gotta have good style. If you don't have good style, I'd rather not watch it.
Making a video part for people that want to re-watch, I think there's a couple elements that you got to include in it. One of them being dope music, creativity, originality, and good style.
You want to find big, cool features to make your video part the gnarliest you can make it. I try to approach it by trying to think of stuff and look for stuff that nobody has really ridden. Just try to make it different from what I've seen over and over in every moto video. Came out to ride the Dumont Dunes out here, and we just kept driving, saw some dirt hills out here. Kind of rocky, but there's some white dirt over there that looks pretty cool, so we're gonna go check it out.
Being in Real Moto means a lot to me because it's an event where I work with my little brother and pretty much my dad. Just that alone, it means the world to me.
What I like about this jump is it's got a little Miami Vice flair to it, if you look real close.
It's hard to put it in perspective. If you find a big jump, that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to film it, it's going to look big. You got to find the right angle and how to film it to really make the whole thing come together right.
Making a feature trick look as good as possible is all about the angle. When we went for his flip into the quarter pipe, into the rainbow rail, like the whole goal of that was to get one angle of it and to show it so you could tell Axell did that all in one run with no edit. Because I think that really shows the level of difficulty of what he did in that whole line. I mean, that line was insane. All I care is that me and Axell are stoked and we think our video is sick. And if me and Axell think it's sick, like nothing else matters. Because we're stoked in what we did. It brought us closer together as a family.
Just go out there and kind of push yourself the hardest you can to have a sick video, and then when you watch the video over, it's rewarding to see what you've done. This is Axell Hodges, and I hope you enjoy my Real Moto.
Like, that's dope, you know what I mean? Like, hands down, that's a dope video.
Great flow, and I mean, he was having fun there. He showed how technical of a rider is, and he definitely took some risks with that big jump. I mean, that was one that could be a career ending if that goes wrong.
In my opinion, it was a big step up from last year.
Pretty impressive that he learned to flip. Yeah. I haven't seen him flip, and I'm his neighbor. Gash did an awesome job, and watching Axell ride just makes me want to go get my gear on right now. So.
Yep. It's behind you, dude.
Let's do it. Yeah, toss it on.
Yeah.
Well, let's keep going. We're going to cut to a quick commercial break.
Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back to the world of X Games Real Moto. I'm your host, Jack Matrani. It's been a lot of fun. We've been having a blast, but it's time to get serious. It's time to compare all the parts and pick one winner.
It's coming down to the wire. It's going to be pretty hard, actually.
It's going to be hard to pick. There's a lot of great riding, great filming.
Top three is pretty unanimous on my part, at least, and picking the winner is going to be it's a tight one.
Coming down to all the factors and trying to get that what's the best overall.
Yeah, is it style? Is it gnarliness? Is it, you know, the edit? Like, it's a hard pick because everyone brought something different to the table that was dope.
Do you guys all have your top guy figured out?
By this point, I'd hope you would.
Two guys really kicked its ass, and I want to see which one you guys think are the, if it matches mine or whatever.
So after watching all the parts, is there any like standout moments that stick out from the rest?
Axell's piece, tying a bunch of stuff together in one long shot to show that he did it flawlessly for that whole line, that stuck out for me quite a bit.
They each brought a different sort of variation to free ride, really. I think one of the cool things on Axell's video for me was, you know, he went out and learned how to flip. It's pretty cool when you go learn something new for this video.
I really like Foster's 180 into that hill. That was like a standout moment for me, for him and his loop.
The very last shot in Biermann, editing and riding-wise, was super dope, where he jumped into the sky and it was all lit up and then went into like the stars. Like, that was like a dope shot, you know?
Or Beramann's over the house with, that keeps I keep thinking about that.
Jacko's blowing up the house was very impressive. Which I didn't really relate to free riding, but there's some great riding there, great extension on his tricks and some big jumps.
Chris's technical stuff sometimes was just in gnarly step down type of thing.
All these guys have done such a great job, and I think they all really deserve merit and reward for what they've done, but obviously it's going to come down to the final three, and ultimately there's going to be one winner, and we're about to find out who it is.
Well, on that note, let's find out who it is. Why don't you guys head out to the little voting zone and we'll see who wins this thing.
This one's a hard one, dude. Is it weird that I don't have I have an order, but it's like really messed up and I don't know what I want to pick?
I don't really think there's a wrong choice, but we all gotta make one.
Doomsday. Wow, this is tough call. At least I know my name. I know that part.
That's it. All right, guys, y'all did a good job, for sure. Bunch of variety, awesome edits. Guess you'll know soon enough.
Alrighty, fellas, the votes are in. I've got the winners here in my hand. Are you ready for this?
Ready, let's do this.
All right, the moment we've all been waiting for. In third place, Tyler Bereman and Ryan Walters. Respectable, respectable. In second place, silver medal. Drum roll, please. Axell Hodges and Ash Hodges.
Nice.
Woo! And the winner of the 2017 Real Moto is Kris Foster and Anthony Vitali.
Nice.
You guys don't seem so surprised.
Definitely put it all on the line and gave it his all, and did something new, and it's cool to see that get rewarded.
It's cool to see all three of the dudes that deserve medals get medals, so for me, I'm pumped to see that.
Yeah, I think for me that all three videos were awesome. They each had a little different flavor. It could have went either way for me. All of them are deserving of medals for sure.
Hats off to Kris. I'm glad he pulled it off, and it's cool to see him return, and was like the underdog a little bit, you know?
I'm excited to see what Kris Foster's reaction is.
Yeah, I can't wait to see. Yeah.
So now one of my favorite parts about Real Moto is we get to surprise the winners with the gold medals, get their natural reaction. So I heard Kris Foster is going to be out at X Games Minneapolis, so
we're heading out to Minneapolis to give him his gold medal. It's getting harder and harder to trick the winners and present them with their X Games gold. We're bringing Kris up to a skybox above the X Games arena to do a supposed interview. What he does not know is that our director, who is also a former Hesher janitor, will be presenting his medal. Let's check it out.
What's up? Is it good? You in the X Games? Yeah. Sick. Mind if I get an autograph? You want? Yeah. We got some right here for you.
Oh, yeah, right.
Congratulations, brother.
I was thinking that dude's hair was a little funky. Thank you so much. Thank you, Tony.
Thank you so much for this gold medal. It means a lot to me. It's not an easy event to win.
I'm beyond words right now to explain how I feel about the gold medal. I think we just nailed it. I think we did it right.
All right, a well-deserved gold medal for Kris Foster and Anthony Vitali. That's going to wrap up our show. Huge thanks for all you guys for coming out, for your input. I know that was not easy to judge. Huge thanks to the rest of the riders and the filmers that participated. That's it, that's all. World of X Games, Real Moto. We'll see you next time. Jack Matrani, signing off.